2 days back, I told that Java is not fully object-oriented programming language. Why I made that statement? Because we still have primitive data types. Primitive data types, if you see any other language, you will see that this byte, short, or whatever data types are available. These are the primitive data types actually. These are not, these are not the objects. So let me create a, okay, we have only one class. Int I. If you see here, okay, let me initialize also to some values. If you see here, I'm storing one, which is some integer value, or बड़ा भी use कर सकते हैं. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm able to store some integer value in both the variables, but one is actually primitive data type, another is actually the object. So if you hover here, you will not see anything. It is not showing anything. But if you hover here, it says java.lang.integer. So it present under the lang package. So what it says that integer class wraps a value of primitive type int in an object. A object of type integer contain a single field whose type is int. What does it mean is that Java developers has uh, provide us the ability to convert our primitive data types into object if we required it based on. So for all the primitive data types, we have some wrapper classes. So like for int, we have integer. If I'm using short data type, what होता है ना? Short. Then there is a short class. Short is 2 equals now. Okay, this is the one thing that Java has primitive data types, and each primitive data types has its own class also, and that is called wrapper classes. Is wrapper classes. Okay, this is the spelling of the wrapper classes. Why this is like that? And first we will understand that why there are different data types to store the same value. Like int is there, and I'm able to store the integer value. Short is there. There also I'm able to store the integer value. But what is difference? Why there are 8 types of data types in Java, which start from byte, short, int, long, double, float, char, and I think one more. So I made one program. I will show you that what is difference between all these, and instead of using int, what will happen if I will use short? Okay, so for example, this is int data type. See, you can see the error. What it says? The literal of type int is out of range. What does it mean? Exactly. That in Java, if you want to store a small value, then unnecessarily don't use bigger data type. Like if you want to store only 2-digit value, then try to use small, small data type, which will have less memory, which will acquire less memory in the Java. So unnecessary, don't use bigger data type which will use more memory in Java unnecessary, because Java use the heap and you may face the issues. So that's why we have different data types. So like int, if I use int, sorry, if I want to use that much big value, then instead of using int, I need to use long. No, still it says because long is still, or I can say long. No, this type of value I need to store double. Yes. So how it will be identified? I have one program. I already created that. So we will quickly go through that. We have 15 minutes. So data type example. Okay, this is the program. I can show you that. So see here, like byte, we cannot store more than 127. If I want to use 128, then it will start showing me the error. It says that the mismatch cannot convert from int to byte. So if I want to use the value which is bigger than 127, then I need to use the int. Or so that's why it started throwing me the error. So till 127, I can store in the byte. What is byte? If you just read it, I will send this program actually. So byte data type is actually 8-bit signed to complicated integer. Complicated integer. Byte data type is used to save space in large arrays, mainly in place of integer. Since byte is 4 times smaller than int, it has maximum value of like this. So it is calculated like this: 2 to the power 7, or minus 2 to the power 7, or 2 to the power 7 minus 1. This is how byte able to store, because it is the 8-bit. So just to make it the 2 to the power 7 like this. For short, it is 16-bit. So the formula for that is same like for integer, it can store 32 bits. So this is the formula actually, how maximum value, how much you can store in int, long or short, based on this particular formula, 2 to the power whatever bits. So int is actually 32-bit long. So that's why make it 31, 2 to the power 31 like this. For long, it is 64-bit sign. So that's why make it 63, 2 to the power 63. Likewise, you can calculate that how much maximum value you will be stored in particular data type in. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you using this program. If you will go beyond that particular limit, it will start throwing the error. Like I just increased one number and short is not able to store. It says that the local variable is not used, and this is mismatch cannot convert from int to short. Got it? So be careful with these using these data types. And for reading purpose, I will share these details. If you want to store bigger value, then identify that how much you can store based on that formula, which is this 2 to the power. So double is actually 64-bit, 2 to the power 63, boolean. Okay, there is a boolean and char. So boolean I forgot. So true and false boolean store true and false like this. And char is like we can store this kind of only one character we can store in the char, or we can store few letters like this. This is, I think, actually the Unicode character something. So clear?